Trump's new meme coin just went live and it has some very important implications for XRP moving forward. In this video, I want to talk about a very important narrative that not a lot of people are picking up on right now that I believe is going to be monumental for XRP moving forward. I also want to show you some of the effects this is having on XRP right now. Guys, I don't think people are really appreciating what just happened to crypto going forward. Like always, you're supporting so much of this channel. Thank you to everyone who takes the time to like these videos and subscribe to the channel. These two simple things really do help me out so much. Also, if you have any good place to buy some XRP, make sure to check out my favorite exchange Uphold down in the description of this video. With that said, let's jump right into it, and I hope you guys enjoy the content. Because I just want to start this video out and show you something real quick, and that's that last night on my YouTube channel, I actually posted this 45-minute video of me actually debating Bitcoin maxis about XRP. And if you have not watched this yet, I highly suggest you take a second, check this out. It is absolutely phenomenal. And the reason why it's so phenomenal is normally I get on these Bitcoin maxi spaces and everyone's like just cutting me off, saying that they hate XRP, throwing FUD around and just not listening. But last night was the first time ever I got on one of these spaces and every single person was genuinely curious about XRP. Now, don't get me wrong, it started with them trying to FUD XRP, but this was the first time I have ever witnessed where they were open to learning, wanted to listen, and understood the bullish thesis behind XRP. This is so important because it is going to signify a cataclysmic shift in XRP moving forward. We are watching XRP go mainstream right now. People like Dave Portnoy, Louis C.K., tweeting about XRP hitting the major headlines with things like an XRP strategic reserve, no capital gains tax, and ultimately XRP's price going parabolic. But now we have the group of people who have hated XRP the most throughout history, now willing to listen and talk about the positive impacts of the XRP ledger. What we are watching is a complete narrative shift around XRP. And I highly suggest every single one of you after this video, go check that out. I think you're going to be absolutely shocked and you're going to walk away feeling more bullish about XRP than you ever have. And like I said, it's so great to be able to hear people on the other side of the XRP argument start to understand it, because it is so important that we take the negative feedback these people have, talk about it, and realize, are they right or are they wrong? And I think for the first time ever, they are realizing that the XRP people have been right since day one. Now, I want to move on and talk about Trumpcoin because this actually has some very, very good implications on XRP moving forward. And I'm not sure people have really taken the time to really think about that. There's a lot of people talking about, obviously, Trump's coin going to a multi-billion-dollar market cap in a couple hours. Now we have the Trump team taking a lot of money out of it. They pulled close to 500 million from it right now. Where this goes over the long run, I honestly do think it's going to be very, very good for utility-based cryptocurrencies. What we are seeing is simply by hype alone, you can get a cryptocurrency to a multi-billion-dollar market cap. You can get a cryptocurrency to get wide-scale adoption, essentially just by being something that's interesting in pop culture. Now, the reason this is so important is because this is going to make cryptocurrencies go mainstream. I don't think Trump is going to be the last person to launch a meme coin. And one of the most important things that I learned from CZ Binance is that these coins are not competition for one another. CZ Binance was once asked in an interview, how do you compete with Coinbase? How do you take Coinbase's market share? How do you take customers from Coinbase and move them over to Binance? And he said, we don't. What's the point? Only 1% of the world right now is buying cryptocurrency. We're not trying to go take Coinbase's 10% of that 1%. It doesn't make any sense. We are trying to get the other 99% into crypto. And if we can do that, then everyone wins. Coinbase customers will be Binance customers. Binance customers will be Coinbase customers. But there's no point in fighting for the 1% when the 99% is exponentially bigger. It's the same exact thing with these meme coins, these cryptocurrencies. This is going to get more people looking at the space in general. And you might be wondering, well, this was launched on Solana and it's a meme coin, so how's that good for XRP? Guys, more and more people are going to look into this space, start to understand things like XRP. Most of Wall Street's not going to be interested in Trumpcoin. It's just a fact of the matter. They're not going to care. They're going to see this as a pump and dump kind of thing. They're going to see it as a craze, a mania, but it's going to make them understand that these things have vast potential for price appreciation. And the more they start to learn about these things, the more we start to have high net worth people saying, okay, wait, maybe there is something going on here. Let me just take a look. The more we start to pull that 99% into crypto. And that's where the smart people who actually want to invest in utility will find XRP. It's so important to realize this is not about fighting who's on Solana versus who's on XRP. This is about making the world adopt a cryptocurrency standard. And what we are seeing is President Trump is sending this entire industry mainstream. Now, with that said, there are some important legal implications for this as well. And Bill Morgan actually covered this. I mean, this essentially tanks the Ripple SEC case for the SEC. The SEC was running around saying XRP is a security, that Ripple should have known this since day one, that pretty much secondhand purchases of the XRP token on Coinbase, those are securities. And essentially what Trump did was he launched this meme coin and said it's not a security. I mean, he's the next president. He calls the shots. He essentially just said that anything Ripple was doing in the past was completely okay, because if Trumpcoin's not a security, how could XRP be a security? So it totally tanks the case. It proves Ripple never had fair notice. It proves that the SEC's out of line. It proves that none of these things were intended by Congress or the president. And it's just impossible now to see the Ripple SEC case moving forward, because President Trump, the next president, is launching a coin and saying this thing is not a security. So how could you ever say that Ripple should have known since day one that XRP might be a security? This blatantly proves that most people in the market, including the sitting president, don't agree that it even could be a security. So this action by Trump, whether or not I think it's actually important in terms of Trumpcoin, I really don't think it is. What it is important in doing is making this industry go absolutely mainstream and absolutely proving that we are in an environment now that these things cannot be securities, and these cases against actual companies building utility cannot move forward. There is absolutely no way Trump's SEC can continue this case against Ripple. Not that I think it did, but especially so when Trump is out launching Trumpcoin. There's no more logical argument. This case is officially dead. It's over. There's absolutely nothing that can be done moving forward that could make any logical sense in any neutral court. So I have never been less worried about that case. That thing is done, buried, gone, and this was the cherry on top. Not only did I already think Trump was going to drop it, but there's no more logical arguments moving forward, especially with Trumpcoin being launched as not a security. That thing is dead and gone, and those are the two big things about Trumpcoin I think we need to be paying attention to. But one of the reasons why XRP is uniquely positioned in this thing is essentially because XRP is doing something different than we're seeing in the rest of the market. I thought this was a pretty interesting picture, and it's a meme, right? It's Bitcoin, and then people go into Ethereum, and then people go into Solana, and then people go into Sui, right? Like, what does that really mean? Well, all of these different chains are really focused on retail. They're focused on getting retail volume. They're focused on building a new retail system, and that's great. It's powerful. It's important, but they're all competing with one another. They're all trying to build the best retail chain, which is going to be important, right? Retail DeFi, retail blockchain is going to be a big thing in the future, but it's simply not where XRP is focused. And this is one of my favorite things about XRP since I got started. Ripple has always had a different vision for XRP. They've always had a different goal, and it's been extremely differentiated from the rest of the cryptocurrency market. So when I see all these new chains launching, Solana, then Sui, and users going from one chain to another, it doesn't make me think any of these things are really competition for XRP. XRP is just being positioned in a very different place. This is what XRP is really trying to do when it comes to Ripple's use case: simplify the global financial system. This is something that none of those other chains I just mentioned are even stepping into: consolidating the liquidity for currency around the world. This is not something that has anything to do with Trump launching a meme coin. This is not something that has anything to do with whether or not Sui is better than Solana or better than Ethereum, right? Who cares? This is about going to major institutions, introducing cryptocurrency technology to them in a way that makes sense, and making their flows better. And that is my favorite thing about where XRP sits in all this madness. No matter what, utility is going to win out. Real world products solving real world use cases are going to be critically important for this industry, essentially remaining important into the future. Hype can only take you so far. And one of the things we absolutely know is that institutions want to step into this space in a really big way. This is where XRP continues to be differentiated. They have almost no competition on this level. And that's why I am so happy I'm positioned in XRP. It's not a thing like, oh, Trump launched on Solana. That's terrible for Sui. That's terrible for Ethereum, right? It's like, who cares where he launches? More people are getting into crypto. These things are never going to be securities. It's going mainstream, and large institutions are going to be stepping into this space faster than ever. This is why XRP sits in such a differentiated place. And that's why I think when all this madness is going on with things like Trump launching his meme coin on Solana, it's just like, who cares? It's a whole retail aspect of this entire cryptocurrency thing that's not Ripple's focus. They are focused on something bigger and better. Are more users good? Yes, absolutely. Is more attention good? Yes, absolutely. But Ripple's already baked into that institutional position. And I think with things like this happening on different chains like Solana, it just solidifies that so much more. And guys, the market is picking up on this. Take a look at the amount of new XRP wallets coming in. This yellow line is the amount of new XRP wallets. We are seeing a massive accumulation of XRP on the back end because people are finally starting to understand the things we just talked about. Yes, these retail chains are great. Are they going to be successful? Absolutely. But what cryptocurrency is so much deeper than that. These are payment systems. These are new ways to move money. And for the same exact reason, retail loves these new systems, love these new payment systems, love these new applications, institutions are going to want and need them too. That is where Ripple is strategically positioned. And once the adults in the room really start to step in, it's not going to be a conversation of where the next celebrity is going to launch a meme coin. It is going to be which one of these things is handling real world volume, solving real world problems, building real utility. XRP has never been positioned better for that. And the more and more people that start to wake up to this, which we're seeing right now, the more people who are going to step into XRP, and it is going to become mission critical to upgrade their infrastructure to this new technology or fear being left behind. Guys, thank you so much for coming. I hope you enjoyed this update. And for now, Mickle out.